Hello, and welcome to our presentation on iron, one of the most useful metals on Earth. In this slideshow, you will be learning about iron's trivia, properties, and uses, as well as how it is mined. Iron is a very useful metal for humankind, and it has been used for weapons and tools for over 5,000 years. Its name in Latin is ferrum, and the common abbreviation for iron is Fe, which was taken from its Latin name. Iron is the most plentiful element, making up 5.6% of the Earth's crust and most of its core. On the periodic table, it is in Group 8, Period 4. Iron, in its pure form, is shiny and silver-colored. It is malleable and ductile, so it can be shaped easily, and can conduct heat and electricity, making it very useful. However, when exposed to lots of moisture in the air, it will begin to rust. When mixed with carbon and other materials, iron can be used to make steel, which is useful in the construction of most modern buildings. Iron is used in chlorophyll for photosynthesis, and humans need a certain amount of iron in their blood to transport oxygen. In humans, a lack of iron can lead to iron deficiency anemia. In an iron mine, machines will dig large pits in the ground so that the iron ore is exposed. The ore is then mined and smelted to isolate the iron from the other rocks and minerals. After that, the pure iron can be made into other materials. Thank you for listening to our presentation. We hope you enjoyed learning about iron.
This is a podcast about aluminum, the 13th element in the periodic table. So, aluminum is a poor metal, and it is located in the metals section of the periodic table. It's in group 3 of the periodic table. Aluminum's symbol in the periodic table is Al. Its atomic number is 13 because it contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 electrons and 13 protons, making it the 13th element in the periodic table. It has an average atomic weight of 26.982.
A few facts to start off with about aluminum is that it's the third most abundant element after oxygen and silicon, and the most abundant metal in the Earth's crust. It is 7.9% of the Earth's crust. Aluminum is never found in its pure form in nature, and all of the Earth's aluminum is combined with other elements to form compounds. One of the most common elements combined with aluminum is oxygen.
Aluminum is mined from bauxite ore. Bauxite ore consists mostly of sand, organic materials, and metallic compounds. Bauxite mines are found in Australia, Brazil, India, Guinea, Indonesia, and Russia.
In the Bayer process, bauxite is digested by washing with a hot solution of sodium hydroxide through a pressure vessel. This converts the aluminum oxide in the ore to sodium aluminate. The other components of bauxite do not dissolve. The solution is clarified by filtering off the solid impurities. The mixture of solid impurities is called red mud. Next, the alkaline solution is cooled and aluminum hydroxide precipitates as a white fluffy solid. Then, when heated to 980 degrees Celsius in the rotary kiln, the aluminum hydroxide decomposes to aluminum oxide, giving off water vapor in the process. A large amount of aluminum oxide so produced is then subsequently smelted in a different process in order to produce aluminum.
Aluminum's main properties that make it suitable for use is that it is lightweight and durable. This makes it perfect for airplane skeletons as well as cans and tacks that can hold different substances. The value of aluminum per pound has fluctuated between 50 and 90 cents depending on the year. Recycling aluminum is simple. It is simply remelted, which uses less energy and is much more cost-effective than creating new aluminum.
Copper is the 29th element of the periodic table. It is a metal with an average atomic weight of 63.55 grams. Copper is found in alluvial deposits, granitic and basaltic rocks, which are usually found in mountainous areas or under the ground. Copper is mined from the ground. Miners excavate gigantic areas just to find this element, and Chile has the biggest copper industry. From the mines, copper requires to be purified and refined. From the mines, copper ore is taken to mills where it is crushed and finally ground in preparation for purification. In the case of copper oxide ores, the copper is usually leached or dissolved from the ore with a solution of sulfuric acid. The copper can be recovered from the leaching solution through electrolysis. In this process, a direct electric current is set up between positive and negative electrodes placed in the solution. The negative electrodes, called cathodes, are usually made up of thin sheets of pure copper, and the positive electrodes, called anodes, are usually made of lead. The electric current causes the copper in the solution to be deposited on the cathodes as a coating of pure copper. Copper costs a little under $3 per pound. That's very cheap. Copper is able to conduct electricity and heat, therefore it is used in wiring, cookware, and in piping and construction. We also use it for our currency, pennies. To recycle copper, you melt it down and use electrolysis to separate it and re-purify it again from its original state. And then it is turned into whatever you need: pipes, wires, and money.
Where do we get it from? Titanium is mined in the US, Ukraine, China, Russia, Australia, and many more countries. It is found in igneous rocks. It is usually found in rutile, ilmenite, and iron. It is always found in a combination, never by itself. How do we get it out of the ground? It is mined using strip mining, and then the soil is sent to a factory where they take out the ore. How do we refine it? Titanium is extracted from ore with reducing agents such as magnesium and sodium. The magnesium chloride is removed from the titanium by distillation under very low pressure at a high temperature. What is it used for? Titanium is used for engineering applications. It is also used in aircrafts, missiles, toothpaste, paint, wheels, watches, paper, cement, body piercings, surgical instruments, firearms, parts of laptops, and some sport gears. What properties make it suitable for its main use? Titanium is corrosion resistant, it's very strong and has a high melting point, and it also has a low density. How much does it cost? Titanium is really expensive. It isn't easy and takes a lot of work to extract, so it costs about $18 to $22 per pound. Does it get recycled? Titanium scrap generated in manufacturing processes is fully recyclable. The probability that an equipment that is made out of titanium will remain both clean and free of corrosion is high. Reusing titanium is really worthwhile and considerable. You also want to use titanium again since it's really expensive.
In this podcast, we will describe tin.
Tin is found in a mineral called cassiterite. It is obtained in China, Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand, Australia, and in South America, Brazil, Peru, and Bolivia.
Tin is collected through dredging in water and mining from earth.
Tin is collected from the mineral cassiterite, which is roasted to isolate the metal and remove other elements from the mineral.
Tin is used to protect other metals from erosion, which makes it suitable for containers and storage. Also, some toys are built from tin.
Tin is malleable and stable at room temperature. It's not very toxic, so that makes it safe to use for storage.
The price of tin can vary. Usually it is between $5 to $8 per 100 grams. Pure tin is valuable because it can be recycled. And here is a graph of the cost of tin over the last month.
Magnesium. Where do we get magnesium from?
You can find magnesium in the ground or in food. How do you get magnesium out of the ground?
China uses a silicon reduction process for refining magnesium. In the US, an electrolytic process is used. Simple quarrying machinery is used to extract the above ores from the ground.
How do you refine magnesium?
The process includes mixing of flux and alkali chlorides. Refined magnesium is then produced, as well as a sludge containing calcium chloride. The refined magnesium is then separated from the sludge. What is magnesium used for?
Magnesium is used for making machines because it can be welded and forged. It can be used for making engine parts, wheels, especially incendiary bombs, flares, rockets, and missile fuel.
What properties of magnesium make it suitable for its main use?
Its melting point is 650 degrees Celsius, so it is good for welding things together.
How much does it cost?
Magnesium costs $3.70 for 100 grams.
Does it get recycled?
Yes, it gets recycled at special magnesium recycling plants.
The element we are presenting is zinc, known as Zn on the periodic table. Its atomic number is 30 and its atomic weight is 65.38. The picture behind it, as you can see, is solid zinc.
Zinc is often found in food, specifically food that is seasoned with whole grains and seeds. In the picture below, you see just a few of the foods where zinc is found. Zinc also makes up about 0.75% of the Earth's crust, so it is also mined from the ground. Zinc forms ores with other base metals such as copper and lead when it is not in the ground.